Hi, Min.
Hi, Bruce.
Yes, good morning or good evening.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
And where are you?
I'm
What's
living in Beijing. Yeah.
you're in Beijing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we were there in 2007.
Yeah.
Big city.
Hey Bruce. Are you share your screen with us?
I just put the video on. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, but your screen,
Uh-huh.
you know. Yeah, I can see it. Maybe you can turn off. Yeah.
You want me to turn off the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will. All right. Still stop video. Okay, you can still hear me. So, right?
No. I can't. I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me.
Yeah, but I can see your screen.
Oh,
your computer. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Gotcha. Show thumbnail video. Show active.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah.
That it says show active screen. I can't see you either. So hide thumbnail video. Show a small active. Bill is supposed to be along on this also. New share, participants 3, stop video.
Yeah, but I can see your screen.
But
Many
you can't see.
flowers.
Yes.
Many flowers. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Claim host mute me. Yes, I got that just at the right time of day.
Okay.
Good light. Show active. Pause participant. Stop video.
Yeah, but I don't know how can to help you turn it off.
Turn off my flowers. Yes.
Yeah.
Hide thumbnail video. Should I just start? There you are. Hi. Good morning. How are you, Amy? Or good evening. I'm not hearing.
We can't hear you.
Yes. I can't hear her either. Let me check. Let me sign back in, okay? I'm going to sign out and then I'll sign in again.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a minute. New share, come on. Stop video. Start video. Can you see me now? No.
I can see you, but I can also see your screen.
Yeah. So you can see me or you cannot see me?
I can see you.
Okay, so now you can see me. It's not just flowers, right?
Yeah, I can see you and your flowers.
So it's both. Okay. How about Amy? Amy, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yes. Good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good. All right. And Min can see me and my screen with the flowers. So that's good.
Yes. I also can see the flowers in your screen.
Can you? All right.
Yes.
There's got to be a way to maximize this. Chat pin video. That's not helping me. Okay. Well, Bill is supposed to join us, so I might ask him a couple of questions when he comes. I'm still new at this, so you'll forgive me. I'm also old. So I am 57 years old. So, technology is something that I am getting used to. So.
Yeah, but you look very young.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have a saying in America, and that saying is the check is in the mail, which is I'll pay you for saying that. That was a nice compliment. Thank you, Min. Appreciate that. All right. I got a series of questions when I wrote Martin that he says that I can use, but I usually don't like going by things that that are given to me. So I like kind of doing things that are different. And Min, last week, or I don't know if it was you or Amy who said last week you were interested in trying to figure out how to sell yourself in an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Min.
that's his question.
Okay. Well, I guess the first question is, what do you do?
Me?
Yes.
I'm a journalist.
Oh, okay. So do you have a portfolio of articles that you've used? That you've written?
You mean the topic?
I mean, do you have a bunch of articles that you've written in the past for newspapers or blogs?
Mainly, I usually write something and then put it online. It's
Okay, right.
Yeah, a website.
Okay. Do you have five favorites? 5 favorite articles that you wrote?
No, because at some time I will do some article. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Article work.
Okay. Well, you need to, I would say, you need to get like a bunch of things that you really like that you wrote. I don't care how many. You must have some favorites because I paint, okay? I'm a painter. Here. Here's one of my paintings.
Well, can you lift it up?
Okay.
Oh, great.
And I just started 3 years ago. I have never painted before, and I had
3 years?
only 3 years. That's all.
3 years.
And I love doing it. And I have some favorite paintings. That one isn't one of them, but that's pretty good that I have done. And I'm going to put together a show, and I'm going to choose a few of my favorites, get them framed, and put them in a show. So it's this, I would say it's a similar idea for when you're interviewing, have an idea of like some of your favorite articles that you've written, like my favorite paintings, and just have them available, have them memorized in your mind, right? And have them available if somebody asks you that. So if somebody asks you that question, which they're likely to do, you can say, these are my 5 favorite articles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but now I don't like my work very much. I want to make a change, maybe just to, yeah.
So what would you do differently?
Something that's related to my major. Maybe related to history research or politics.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that would be good. Have you done anything like that?
You mean do some research?
Yeah, have you written anything where you've used research as historical research?
Yeah. You know, I have just graduated for about 3 years, and in these 3 years, I have been worked as a journalist or editor. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I had.
That's great. It's very hard to be an editor.
Yes.
I also write, and I have an editor, and he goes through 3/4 of what I write and says no, no, no. Start over. So, and then I have to write it again and again and again, and then I finally get something that I like. It takes a long time.
You mean you have published a book?
I haven't published one, but I have one that has that is so far 320 pages long. And
Wow, I think you.
it's based on historical research too. So
Wow.
it's it hurts my brain.
Wow.
So,
I think you have so many interests.
Yes. I have a master's in at TESOL, so I bloomed late in life like a flower, my wife says. So that's good, you know, much better. So Amy, how are you? What's going on with you?
I also want to change a job, but I want to find a job related to my major and my previous experience.
Great.
I want to a better career.
Okay. Now you're in finance, correct?
Yes.
As I understand. So what do you do in finance now? Do you do statistics? What do you do?
I do some analyze about financial data.
Wow.
About the actual and plan, about where the difference come out, and dig out the reason about business.
Okay. So so what you do is you analyze statistics then.
Yeah.
Numbers. You're a numbers person, right?
Yes.
Good for you, because I am not. But it's a whole different language, you know, but I respect it. So what do you want to go into? What do you want to do differently? What's your new job you're looking for?
Maybe I want to a job with first of all, I want to get a better paid, a better salary.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have stayed in the company for 4 years, and
Okay.
there don't have many space for my grow up. I want
Okay.
to have a better platform.
Better platform, okay.
Yes.
So better platform, what do you mean by better platform?
I could learn more things.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to go on for further education?
For the education.
Yes.
Uh,
No, let's go ahead. I'm sorry.
okay. And then maybe I want to know if I could be a lab manager is the next purpose. Maybe
Okay.
after a few years.
Oh, a manager. Okay.
Yes.
Manager. Yeah, lean into the M a little. Manager.
Manager.
Manager, yeah. And I was thinking, I was talking with Martin a little bit, and I know, my Chinese stinks. I know 10 words, that's it. But some of the sounds in English are very tough. Like the letter V is very tough because it's in the front. Put your teeth by your lips, right? And go V.
B,
V.
b,
V.
b.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not a sound you make, I don't think, in Mandarin. So it's going to be, you're going to need to bring that to the front of your brain when you come to a V, to put your teeth in the front. Think what V, teeth, something like that. So B. So at any rate, you want to become a manager, okay,
Yes.
for a bank.
A bank?
What a manager for what, a financial services company?
No, in a company's financial apartment.
Okay. All right. And now I'm going to pretend I'm kind of interviewing you here, okay?
Okay.
For this, because this helps Min too. What skills would you bring to this manager position that you want to get? What do you bring to this position?
Bring to this position.
In other
I
words,
think-
what have you learned in the last 4 years?
Okay. I know I have I know many process in my company. It's
Okay.
not only in the in the big company, each person have a very limited work range.
Very, that word very just came along. That's that darn V. Got to remember to bring it
Very,
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 very. Yeah, bring the teeth forward. Okay, good,
very.
good.
Yes.
So,
And and many people only do the things on their hand. Maybe they don't know why you do this and what's the result, what's impact to other person's work. But in my position, I know I must contact with many people in different process. So I know much more than others.
okay. So you want to impact things on many levels, right?
Yes.
I guess you would say. In English, we have a way of saying that something that's small is micro, M-I-C-R-O. That's something that's small. Something that is big, one letter change, is macro, M-A-C-R-O. So you want to, I'm going to rephrase what you said, but you want to impact things on a macro level, right? A big level.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Since English always works by 5 questions: who, what, where, when, why, 6 questions, and how. Okay. So now I'm going to ask one of those questions. How would you do that? How would you impact things on a big level?
Impact. You mean in the future or in the past years?
I mean, since I'm talking to you and I'm your potential new employer in the future.
In the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Tricky.
What?
It's a tricky question. Yeah.
Okay. when in our business, we must meet many problems. So I could be the person to solve many problems.
Okay.
Yes.
Solve. There's that V again. Solve.
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 Yeah. Good. Good.
Solve.
Right. Yep. Okay. So you'll have many problems, and you can solve many of those problems, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. How, obviously you don't know what those problems are because you don't work at this,
Yes.
this organization yet. Maybe you could say something like, I have, instead of there are many problems, I have something like, I have the experience to solve different problems, right? And that's what you've gained in the last 4 years, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have the experience to, okay. All right. So I'm going to ask, and hopefully this helps Min too, and then I'll ask her some questions. All right, I'm going to give you a hypothetical. Do you know that word?
Mhm.
Hypothetical.
What?
Hypothetical. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical, which means pretend problem. Okay, this could happen, it hasn't happened. So I'll ask both of you this. How do you handle a stressful situation where you cannot get an answer quickly? Okay, let's say you can't, Min, you can't find some background, some history that you're looking for an article, okay, that you're writing. And Amy, you can't find some statistics that you need to solve a problem. What do you do when you can't get an answer? What's your next step when you can't get an answer and you're not sure? Excuse me, I just let the cat out. What your next steps are? What do you do when you're frustrated and you can't get an answer? What's your next step?
Ask for someone's help. Maybe I'll find someone I think he or she may know something could help me. I'll talk with them.
Good. That's a very female answer. But it's smart, you know? Yeah. So ask for someone's help. All right. Min, what would you do?
Yes. In one hand, I will ask someone's advice. Maybe for someone who has many experiences, and
Okay.
at the same time, I will maybe I will learn to do more things that related to my research, and then I will wait for the chance, and if there have some chance, I will try again.
Okay. All right. Now we came across that word advice, and again, that has that dreaded V in it. So remember, advice. So put your teeth forward when you come to the V. Advice.
Advice.
Advice. Right. Ask for advice to do. Advice. Advice. Okay. Good. That's good. Now, so you ask for advice. You ask for someone's help. All right. And nobody knows the answer to your question still, okay? What do you do next? I know what I do next. I'm wondering what you do next if you can't get an answer, even asking for someone's advice and help. You know what I do? Can I tell you what I do?
What do you do?
I do something else. I move on and do something else and then come back maybe to that situation, right?
You mean to just to distract your feeling, your bad feelings?
To use them, to use my bad feelings to use them in a positive way so that I can do something else in the meantime, as opposed to just sitting there and worrying about this. But in the same time, it's important to get this answered, whatever this is. And do you know the saying, there's a saying in English, chain of command?
Chain of command.
Yeah, I'm giving you some really advanced vocabulary here. That means that there's usually one person you talk to, and if you can't get the answer from that person, right, you go to the next person, right? But you make sure that the person before them knows that you talked to them. You don't just jump around them. So you go, let's say you go to an assistant manager and you say, I have a problem here and I'm not getting an answer. Do you know if I can get an answer to this? And if you can't, is it okay if I go to the next person and ask them? But always ask, you know? Don't just jump around them, always ask. All right. So this is a bit of psychology, but you know, that goes along with questions like this. All right. So far, I'm the manager here, and I've got Amy down as being someone who wants to impact things on a macro level. Okay, a big level. She knows how to solve many problems because of her years of experience. And if she has a problem, she asks for advice. Okay, all right. Now, Min, you are a journalist and you do historical research, and you like to write about the history in general, right? All right, let me ask you, where do you want to work?
Where?
Where, yeah. Have you looked at what companies you might want to work for, or?
Yeah, I'm now make some preparations for a work in the government.
Oh, in the government. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're going to work for Baidu or something?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So you're doing preparations, which means you have to take tests, I assume?
Yes. Next month, maybe in December, I will have a test for the position.
For the, what is it?
A position in a
position.
government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, good. And let's see. So you're going to be in the ultimate big company, the government. Do you have any contacts that you're speaking to? Contacts. Do you have any people that you know in a department who you can talk to about this position who know you? Who
No,
will?
no, because at first we have to pass the exam, and then I will got the chance to to the interview. Yeah, first
Okay.
I have to pass the test.
Pass the test. Is there an English component to the test?
Mm,
Is there any,
English?
is there any, is there any English, is there an English part to the test that you need to pass?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Just curious, because sometimes that's there. How about you, Amy? Is there an English, I mean, obviously English is going to be important in finance.
Yes.
How are, do you have a, what level of education do you both have? You've been to college, right?
Yeah, I have graduated from university
Okay.
for 7 years.
So it's like a graduate degree in the United States. Yeah, I have a graduate degree. I went to school for 4 years, undergraduate, and then 3 years. Actually, I did it in 2 because I did a lot of work
Oh,
to get a master's degree in TESOL.
oh,
So, so it was, and I was 38 when I went back. I was elderly. Everybody else was much younger than I was. And it was at the same time I went to school, I also taught. So that's called, have you ever heard the term apprenticeship?
pardon?
I was an apprentice.
Apprentice.
Apprentice is someone who it learns from others. In some ways, you're my apprentices. In some ways, I taught under 2 teachers. 2 teachers taught me when I didn't know exactly what I was doing and helped me to become a better teacher because I observed what they did, what my Laozi did. That's my, yeah, yeah. And I became a better teacher because I watched them. And that was better for me because everything that I had learned before that was just out of books. And it's better to actually work with people than just read books, I think. So it sounds to me like men will probably have an apprenticeship. But Amy, I think you will become, I'm confident you will become a manager. It may take a little while, you know, it may not happen immediately, but I'm pretty confident that you will. What would you do? Here's a really tough question, all right? Most managers hate this. I mean, this is the top of things they don't like. What would you do about an employee that you needed to fire? It's hard.
Yes. If his or her work is very bad.
Good. Teeth, very good.
Very,
Yeah, there you go. See? All right.
yes. It's better to fire them. So maybe maybe I'll ask the HR department to talk with him and
Okay.
to deal with the further issues.
All right. Okay. So you would refer it or to the HR department, right?
Yes.
Yes. And they get to do it, but you wouldn't do it, right?
Yes.
You hope, right? Yeah. That's the way it works. Yeah. Min, what would you do if you were in charge of a process and let's say you had a group of researchers working on something historical that was being written? What would you do if you needed to fire someone? How would you do it?
Maybe at first I will talk to her or talk to him.
Okay.
And yeah, first I think the contact, no, the how to say 交流怎么说？
Communication.
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 Yeah. Communication is the first thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would give them what we would call a warning. A warning.
Yeah, maybe a warning. I will know why she or he does things so bad. Why? I will know the reason, and then I will decide what to do next.
Okay. And that X, next, that's a tough.
Next.
It
Next.
really. See, the problem is in Chinese, X is pronounced as SH, at least from what I saw. So like your president, XI, is she. But in English, it's X. It's really strong. Yeah, so X, all right. So you would give them another chance, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, if I can, maybe I will give another chance to him or her. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Amy.
Yeah.
All right, so you are now the manager of this department, and you've taken care of this individual who you had to send on to the HR department. What do you think your typical day as a financial manager at this company that you're looking into is going to be like?
I can't catch your question. Sorry.
We're putting a hypothetical question here. Hypothetical. It's not real, but here's the question.
假设的问题。
Yeah. Oh, see, she's great. All right. You've interviewed for this job, right? And you've gotten it. All right. Let's say, and you're making more money, and you're the macro person who oversees this financial department. What will your day look like? What do you think your day will look like?
What do you think the day look like?
Yeah, I mean, you get in the office, all right?
Yes.
What time do you get in the office?
What time do I get into the office?
Like now, what hour do you get into work?
Start your work.
Into work. Yeah, do you get in the morning, right?
Yes, of course.
What, like 8 o'clock, 8 a.m.?
Oh, what time?
What time? Yes.
Okay. Get to the office maybe before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Before 9, okay.
Yes.
And what time do you come home?
Maybe it's different in every day. When it's busy, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. But if there isn't have much problem to don't have much work to deal with, maybe I could leave the company earlier,
Okay.
for about 5 o'clock in the evening.
All right. And then you, do you drive home or do you catch a train? What do you do?
Catch a bus or
bus.
subway. Yes.
Bus or subway? Okay.
Yeah.
So your commute to work is about what, 45 minutes?
Yes. About 45 minutes or an hour.
Okay, so 45 minutes to an hour.
Yes.
All right. Now, so basically, let's say you get into the office at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Probably earlier. I'll say you get in probably about 8:30. So that means you're up at about 6:30.
Yes.
Okay. So 6:30. So you figure that between commuting, right, going into work and going to work, you are basically at work from, let's say, 7 a.m. If you include the commute, 7 a.m. to about 6. So that's 11 hours a day, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. If you were to design, let's say you could do anything, right? What would be most important to you? More money or more time?
Oh, it's hard to say.
It's a tough
Both are
question.
yes, both things are very important.
Yes, they are.
Yes. When first of all, I need the money to support my basic life, live
Right,
life,
of course.
life. And then I hope to have more time to take care of my babies and spend some time for traveling and other entertainment to enjoy the life.
Absolutely. Yes, we're very lucky. We've traveled a lot, and it's very good for the brain.
Yes.
It's very good for me to struggle with somebody else's language. Yeah, I speak French, but it's okay. It's okay. And when we go there, I did for the first time this last trip, I was able to actually be understood speaking French.
Oh,
So I didn't have to speak any English. Chinese is on my list. I would like to learn, I'd like to get just basic words down. So that would be nice.
it's very different.
Oh, it is. It's more of a picture language than ours is phonetic. Ours is with letters. Yours is with pictures, basically, and they all change when you put them in a different order, with their meaning changes. It's fascinating. So you have babies. You have two?
One, only
One
one.
baby. Yeah, I was going to say that would be expensive, I would think. Yeah.
Yes.
Little girl?
A little boy.
A little boy. Good, 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 good. So you get to, your husband must be thrilled, right? Is he going to teach him to throw balls?
Yeah.
So it seems to me that time and money are both important.
Yes.
So if you could design a perfect job for yourself, what would you do? Would you commute or would you work from home?
Oh, work from home could save time on commute, but work in the office will more effective.
Right.
Yes, if I could choose, I hope I could work in the office for about 2 or 3 days and the rest 2 days I could work at home.
So kind of a mix of the two is what you're saying.
Yes, yes.
Wouldn't that be nice? And then you could also keep an eye on, well, is your child at school now or is
No, it's only 1 year old.
Oh, yeah, you need to keep an eye on them then. Yeah. All right. All right. So you would make what's called a hybrid job. Have you heard that word?
Hybrid. It was the
Hybrid. You will see, sometimes you'll see cars on the street that are called hybrids. We have one that is part electric and part gas. It's a combined engine. This would be a combined, it means combined. This would be a combined job. It would be combined at home and at the office, both. Hybrid job. Yeah. Hybrid. So, Min, if you were to make a hybrid job, let's say you could work for the government and you could work from home and the office, what would your day look like? How much of your day would you spend, do you think, doing research? How much of the day would you spend actually writing? Do you know?
Maybe I think I will go. I will go to the office to do these things in the daytime.
Okay.
Maybe for 8 hours at Euro.
Okay. Now you're going to why are you going to the office instead of working at home if you could work at home?
Because when I'm at home, something will distract me.
Aha, there we go. That's my problem. Yes, because when I work at home, I get distracted easily, and it's better for me if I write, and when I'm writing, it's better for me to go to like the library, a public library, and work undistracted.
Yes, I think I just can't do work at home. Sometimes when I have something to write, I will go to the cafe or the library when in the weekends. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Do you have a? I was a history major as an undergraduate, so I like history a lot, and I know what part of time I like. Do you have a special part of time that you like? Era, it's called.
Yeah, I like my major. My major is the history of Chinese Communist Party. You know?
Okay, so you're going back to like 1923 or so when it was founded.
Yeah.
In Yan'an.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was in Yan'an. I forget. I had a Chinese history course many years ago. Very interesting. Very interesting.
For which period?
It was like Amy's job. It was a macro. It was.
Oh, okay.
It was for all of Chinese history, which is huge.
Okay.
But gave me a feeling for the culture. So it was fascinating. All right. So Amy.
Yes.
You are now a manager, and you have let's say 100 people underneath you, right? And you have this ideal job. Do you know the word ideal?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're very lucky. you have this ideal job. It's a hybrid job. You work for, let's say 40 hours a week. You're no longer commuting for 2 hours a day, right?
Yes.
All right. Life is good. And let's say you have been in your position for 10 years. Okay. I'm an author. Okay. We're just pretending here. And a young financial analyst comes along. Let's say we're now in 2027. All right. 10 years from now, and a young financial analyst comes along, how will you mentor her or him?
I'll ask him or her to do some job, and I'll check the results, and I could teach him or he the method. I think which method is more effective, is better. I'll teach
good.
him.
Is that how you were taught? Did somebody do that with you?
No.
But they should have, right?
Yes.
Right. That's a good way to do things. Which method was most effective? Okay. That would be good, because I think it's really important personally, especially for women, to support other women, all over the world. I think it's really, really important that you're pretty good about sharing your knowledge. Men are not as good because we get competitive. But I think that would be really, really helpful to do. Great. Let's see. Now I'm really interested, Min, in your history stuff. What are you going to become? Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Min?
10 years.
Yeah, like I just said with with Amy, it's 2027. All right. I am 67 years old at that point, and I hurt all over the place a lot more. But where do you see yourself in 2027?
In 2027, I think I will get an ideal job. Then I like it very much. I think I can do it. Yeah, maybe I have married.
Married, okay.
Yeah, maybe with a child.
With a child, okay.
And,
all right.
Yeah, I don't want them to when I'm 37. Yeah.
37. Wow.
Yeah.
Baby. All right. So you're 37. You have a child. What are you doing career-wise? You're writing about the party. What do you think you'll be like Amy? Do you think that you'll be a manager of a department, or would you rather continue being someone who actually writes? Do you want to be someone who writes, or do you want to be someone who manages?
I hope I can write one book.
Write one book.
Yeah,
okay.
Related to the history. Or maybe I can write some fewer articles that is good enough. Yeah, and I can spare time that I can decide which I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I needed to spend too much time on my work.
Mhm. Yes, that's right. So I'm going to bring this back to Amy. So it's 2027. You've got this hybrid job. Would you want a hybrid job too, Min? One where if you have a child, would you like to have a job where that's a hybrid job?
Yes.
Okay. And why?
I think when I have a child, I have to take care of her or him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I have to not only to do my work, but to care my family.
Yes. Right. Good. Yep. And that's the same reason I think Amy would love to do that too. So Amy,
Yes.
in 2027, you are this venerated. Do you have that word? Venerated. Put the teeth forward. Venerated.
Venerated. What do you mean?
Venerated. That is actually. I'm sure that there's a word for it in Chinese. It means an older person who is very honored, who is people go to for advice, right? I am positive there's a Mandarin word for this, because it's a Mandarin concept.
Very.
Put the teeth forward. Venerated. Venerated. Yeah, venerated. Right. So I'm an older person now, and younger people sometimes venerate me, right? They're like, oh, yes, let's listen to the old man and see what he has to say, right? So, Amy, it's 2027, and your child is 11 years old, right? And you are a venerated person, a venerated business person. If you have some advice to give to this younger person who has come in, right? Who you are mentoring, what advice would you give them?
I think it should. I will tell them, don't worry about your future. Just enjoy your life.
Good advice.
You could keep on going in your job. You could learn things day by day in your detailed job. So don't be worried. Don't have much pressure. Keep going and keep learning. You will be better.
Yes. Good advice. I wish I had a mentor who told me that. I was a nervous wreck. I was a very, very nervous as a first-year teacher. That was hard, very tough. But I learned things day by day, as you say. That would be good. How about you, Min? What great advice would you give? It's 2027. Your child is, let's say, 3 years old. What advice would you give to the young person who comes in to talk to you? You're now the manager of this group of journalists. What advice would you give this young person?
My advice will be, if you want to do something just to try.
Okay. All right. Just try to do something. Do it. Do it. Okay. Good.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Don't hesitate. Yeah.
Like the Nike ad, you know, for the sneakers, just do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's an advertisement. Yes. But it's true.
Yeah.
True. Okay, now we're just about at the end now of our time. Now for the next week, and I'm hoping we'll get together next week. Next week, I will be. I can definitely do this next week. The week we have Thanksgiving in the United States. Near the end of the month, and I have 25 family members I have to cook for.
Wow.
Wow.
Big.
I don't mind. I love to cook. So I'm going to make a big turkey. Do you have turkey? I'm going to make a big turkey the same way that Peking duck is made. Beijing duck. Yeah, I do it the same way. I do it under smoke. Yes, I do it under smoke, and I cook it slowly, like they do, like you do, and it's hopefully going to be very good. But that is 2 Thursdays, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after that is Thanksgiving. So I don't know what we're going to do about that because I'm going to be in the middle of cooking for 25 people, and I don't know if we can meet that day, but we'll figure it out. In the meantime, I have homework for you all. All right?
Okay.
When you use your English, okay? Remember that V, that letter V. And bring your teeth forward. Bring your teeth forward to your lips and buh. Buh. So it's gonna be awkward at first. It's gonna be hard to do. Think about it, and as you think about it and do it, it will become more automatic. Okay? I guarantee. All right. All right. Well, you ladies have a wonderful week. And it sounds like your husband is ready to hand the child off to you. I hear him in the background. All right. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
Bruce.
All right. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Wait a moment. Yeah. Do you have a WeChat?
Do I have VChat?
Yeah, it's a Chinese mobile app.
I don't, but I could get it.
Yes, a WeChat.
So it's like V, right?
V.
Bring those teeth forward. Chinese. Right, good. See, I can already see the difference. Chinese, I don't, but I could get it. It's a Chinese mobile app.
Yeah.
And it works on Apple phones, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will get it.
Okay. If you go to an, I will add you.
Okay. All right. Will do. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Bill have got to one WeChat, and we sometimes communicate in the WeChat.
Through VChat. Okay.
Yeah.
I will look into it. My wife, who is the tech wizard.
Wow.
She is. She's a librarian. My wife is a librarian.
Oh, okay.
She's very smart, much smarter than I am, and she will help me with figuring this out.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, it's great talking with you, ladies. Have a good week, and talk to you next week.
Okay, have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Okay. See you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Zai Qian, right?
Wow, yes. 再见.
Zai Qian.
再见。
Bye-bye.
拜拜。
Bye.
Good meeting.